Hello, my name is Iris Berman, and I'm a licensed massage therapist, and this is the next session in self-massage for quarantine. This time we're going to be focusing on the lower extremity. But we've done enough work so far that I wanted to give you a little thought process to go through here. I want you to realize that massage, fundamentally, is a conversation between the toucher and the touchee. When you're doing self-massage, you're playing both roles. So you're basically having this conversation with yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's a pretty good thing. Because here's a wonderful thing to know. That when you have the sensitivity to be aware, the body will tell you exactly what it needs. So in the process of doing this self-massage, pay attention to yourself. Pay attention to the signals your body is giving you, to the messages your body is giving you. When you come upon a spot that is sensitive or limited in motion or bound in the tissue or dense in ways that you don't think are appropriate, hang out there. Listen to your body. It will tell you. Be creative. I'm giving you ideas. I'm giving you a sequence of techniques, but they're not the only ones. They're just an idea. So let yourself be creative in response to what you're feeling in your own body. So if you're going through a thing and it suggests that you kind of hang out for a little bit longer someplace or create a whole new way of engaging the tissue, go for it. Listen to your body. It will tell you just what it needs. And enjoy the process. It's a process of self-discovery as much as it is self-care. So have fun. Okay. So as I've done with every other session, I have recommended that you put yourself into a comfortable space, creating an environment with candles, lights, music, whatever it is that makes you in a better place, and taking a deep breath. Use your breath. It's a very powerful tool, especially around pain or sensitivity. So take in a breath. And while you're taking in your breath and relaxing, bringing yourself away from whatever the world is outside of this moment, and who you are in this moment, come to a place of calm. And while you're there, let me remind you that as you go through these techniques and interact with your own body, pay attention to your edge of receptivity, that place where your body welcomes the touch and is ready for shift and change. And that's the place you hang and work. And for this particular session, I want to make sure that you're wearing something comfortable, because we're going to be working with the legs. You want to have free movement in your legs, so wearing tights or loose-fitting shorts and pants of some sort. Something that allows you to move easily. Okay, so you're going to put your feet in front of you, and just have your legs extended. And starting from the top of the leg, just roll your legs. You can do both of them. This one you can do both at a time. I'll move into one leg in a moment. But do this, move it. Just start to release. Start to get it softened, ease. Yeah. If you feel any sensitivity, stop and focus on that. But otherwise, just begin to relax and open up the legs. And you take it as far down as you can reach. Now, the first thing we're going to do is go to the top of the leg in the back, which actually is above what you might think the leg is. We're going to start from the lowest part of the back to the highest part of the leg, which will be your tailbone or your sacrum. It's a wonderful triangular bone that is the only point in which your lower extremity is attached to the trunk. So you imagine that every time you step, every time you walk, every time you run, you move upstairs, whatever, you are putting a tremendous amount of demand on that particular juncture between this triangular bone and your hip bone. So this is where we're going to start. So you're going to reach behind. Now, you're not going to see what I'm doing, so I'm going to describe. You're going to take your fingers or the knuckles, whichever is more comfortable for you. For some people, you're going to find it easier to push with the knuckles, others with the fingertips. And for some people, you might even use a little teeny bit that I call the bite of the nail, where you just kind of lean in gently, which helps penetrate in there. Feel for that bone, that triangular bone at the top of the buttocks area, the bottom of the spine. And go on the surface of that bone. And you just kind of wiggle like this, or with your knuckles on the top of that bone. If there's anything there that feels challenged or sensitive, hang out there for a minute. Work it until it feels like you have done what you need to do. Then you're going to drift off the side of that bone into the soft tissue of your glutes, of your buttocks. And while you're pressing into there, again, with either the fist of your knuckle or the fingers, or if you don't have the strength or capacity to do that, you can work with a ball or some other tool that you can use. You lean into it. Lean into whatever you're pressing in with your knuckles or your fingers or an object. Lean back into it so you really feel that this is being addressed. You can even move your leg back and forth because that rolls the muscles underneath your contact in the back and helps to release it. And keep moving down the buttocks until you come to the next bony ridge. Now, at the bottom of the buttocks, the next bony ridge is known as your sitz bone or your ischial-tuberosity. That's a wonderful place to do. That has a whole lot of muscles and ligamentous attachments. It's a lovely spot. So you're going to feel that. And again, you kind of roll into it. So you can roll with your body weight. You can roll into that and really get a sense of connection, or move your feet over, roll your leg, and you're going to be rolling the juncture that happens right there. So you'll be moving some of the muscles beneath the contact that you're making. So feel that and keep moving. Take that all the way. Follow the contour all the way across. Now, when you finish that, you're going to keep moving down the leg. As you come off the ischial tuberosity, the next thing you're going to feel is your big bone in the leg. It's called the femur. So, when you have the femur, there is a whole lot. This is the fleshiest area of the body, is your thighs. So you're going to reach behind, as you get into that whole thigh area, you're going to reach behind and take your hands on either side, reach in the back, and knead the tissue on the back side of your leg. As you do that, you can lean back so that you can actually pull your hands further back into it and really kind of work all the way down to the knee. Now, you can feel the femur beneath that soft tissue. So I really want you to actually sense that as best as you can. And take your hand on either side of that bone. And you're going to lean in, lift up, and it's almost like you are feeling around the bone. So you're alternately one side then the other, one side then the other, almost like you're rubbing on that bone, massage that bone, sculpt it, all the way down to the back of the knee. Now you're going to come back to the top. Again, this is a very fleshy area, so we're going to come into this a few times. You come and take the on the inside, you're going to grasp the tissue on the middle of your thigh. Those are the adductors. And on the outside of your thigh, those are the abductors, for those who know that. And you're going to alternately squeeze again from top to bottom. Stop if you need to at any point. Use your breath as a means of helping to release, and take that all the way down to behind the knee. Now, there's a whole thing in the front here too. So you need to turn your hands sideways to get to those. You're going to reach and grasp the front of your leg, and that's called the quadriceps. There's 4 muscles there that are really kind of meeting usually. So squeeze, knead, and slightly lift it off the bone. Take that muscle and just lift it slightly off the bone. Now take the heels of your hands or the backs of your knuckles, whichever works best for you, and lean in, compressing that area. And do that how you need to. Now we're going to move to the knee. Now the knee is an interesting area. There's the kneecap or the patella. Now you need to have your leg be loosely straight. If it's bent, you cannot do this, and if it's tightly straight, you cannot do this. With it loosely straight, you feel the patella, and it's in a sac, sort of, that begins at the quadriceps area and attaches at the bottom into your lower leg. So it should have easy movement, not big movements, but easy movement up and down, side to side, and angularly. And you work that area. Again, if there's any sensitivity or any lack of mobility or any tension that you feel there, stay a little longer. And now you're going to circle the patella with friction. Come around the edges, follow along that bone, and again, you may find sensitivity. You may find as you are doing this, you generate some heat. Nothing wrong with that, especially if you had some limitation of motion while working, because then that might soften the fascia and allow, you can go back and check your range of motion after that to see if that is softened any. All right, so now we're going to go into the lower leg area. If you just let your hand run from the knee on down, you'll feel a bone in the front there. That is your tibia. It's the big bone in your lower leg. Now, we're not going to necessarily work directly there. You're going to reach behind and grab the nice soft tissue on either side of that. And you should feel like there's a little gully in the back between those two muscles. You want to sink into there and reach it and work this down as far as you can go, whatever is comfortable. If for some reason you do not have the strength or stamina to work any of that, again, all these wonderful tools, and I'll show you a couple of those later, can be used in that regard. So you're going to work that all the way down, and again, stay where you feel the need. Use your breath as a support for releasing. Now, to get into the foot, you're going to have to take your one foot that you're going to work on, bend it, and place it over the opposite knee. And what we're going to do to start with is just grab the top of the foot, the toe and the ball of the foot, and you're just going to mobilize the foot. Just kind of get it moving. If you stay in shoes all day, this may feel like very liberating. Just let your leg stand still while your foot undulates at the end of it. Now you're going to grab the middle of the foot, hold on to that toe, and grab the middle of the foot, and you're going to create a ringing, stretching. Oh yeah, it's really great to kind of stretch this tissue out. So you're doing a very general foot release. And then you're going to come back to the ankle, and there's these bony prominences at the base of the ankle. Those are called the malleoli. You just go beneath that, and you can either work with two hands, one on either side. Now, this is an area that is oftentimes very sensitive. If it is, just hold it, your edge of receptivity, breathe in to release some of that. But it's a wonderful place to work. Squeeze both sides all the way down from the malleoli down to the heel. Really feel that. And then keep going up either side, all the way down, following the edges of the foot. And then come in and work with your knuckles or your fingertips, whichever works, or a tool. This is where one of these tools could come in handy. You work the whole bottom sole of the foot, all the way down from the toes, heel, and back again. Now, if for some reason, as I was saying, if you lack the strength or stamina to do this for the entire demand, because remember, this one leg, you got to do it again on the other leg, there's all kinds of tools. You can use your little things. You can place them underneath there and press in. You can take your 2 tennis balls and a sock, or any ball of any sort, and lean on it. You can even do that for the glutes. You can take a tennis ball or a wooden knob or a golf ball and put it into your buttocks and lean into there. It's wonderful. There you can use certain things like, this one. This one allows you to reach further where you can't go. Or this one's a cute little one. This one could go into your foot. You really rub your foot out. Or this lovely tool. This one lets you really get into the back of your legs where you can't otherwise reach. It's wonderful. Okay, so that is the leg. And remember, you do the one, and then you do the other. You're working from the sacrum, going down into the glutes, into the thigh, into the knee, into the calves, and into the foot. So, remember, listen to your body. Be creative. Allow yourself to do what you need to do for as long as you need to do it. I really hope this has been a helpful and useful series. We have one more section. We'll come again for the trunk. And I really hope that you all are staying safe in this crazy time and taking care of yourself and take care of the others. Let this be a stimulus for you to even work on somebody else. So enjoy, stay safe, and choose joy.